Alright, this is The Starboarder, released April 4th, 1914. We're getting close to Charlie's birthday when he turns 25, I think.
Here we are just watching a good old Chaplin film. Sometimes, Nigel, all you can do is just look at it, you know?
This is Jackie Coogan. Predate Jackie Coogan, the kid.
Now this is one I've actually not only never seen, never actually heard about. So I'm actually kind of excited to see this as I'm watching this live with probably a lot of you for the first time.
Oh.
Here we are.
So Chaplin's obviously living in a boarding house type situation. Look at that rocking chair, has pieces missing from it.
So he's almost like an upscale tramp here.
The fact that he can even afford to live in a house is surprising. There's Chris Farley.
There he is combing his hair.
These guys Kane there.
He reminds you a lot of the tramp from the Mutual films. Kind of the way he looks. His
character's developing a lot more. You know, he's more or less finding his ground here.
You guys will really see by the time, you see the walk he's doing? In my opinion, the first film that he is really, the tramp that we recognize the most is the movie he does called The Bank. That was the first time that I noticed in these Keystones. But here he's...
well, that was the first movie with a sad ending, too. The character doesn't get the girl at the end, and you sympathize with him. And these early ones, you know, he's still more or less just a rough, tough...
You notice his mustache here is a lot darker as opposed to the other ones. The tramp mustache is a little lighter.
It says here that Charlie Chaplin, Alice Davenport, Gordon Griffith, and Edgar Kennedy are all in this film. Looks like Barnabas Collins there sitting at the table.
Poor kid.
That looks a lot like Jackie Coogan and the kid.
Which again, I wonder if Chaplin probably had a good experience working with this kid and thought he'd bring in Jackie Coogan.
God, this guy looks like a vampire.
He looks like Charles Bronson.
An ape. Some kind of ape gorilla type creature.
No offense to any ape or gorillas that might be watching.
This guy is overacting with his mustache.
It's like devil horn mustaches.
That's the stuff you didn't see Chaplin do. You didn't see him do that over-the-top, cartoony, stereotyped villain stuff. Charlie always seems so fresh in these films, where a lot of the people around him don't. They feel static and they look very old-fashioned.
Now, if you notice, I mean, this really looks like a different tramp wardrobe that he wore in the other films. Different pants. The vest is not as long. It's not a plaid vest. The tie is a dark color. In the other films, he had the striped ties.
Yeah.
So, this is as you know, it's a later film.
Or maybe by this point, his original costume had fallen apart.
Definitely.
Boarding by the day, week or month. I wonder if this is the same boarding house that...
That's the same exact set from...
the last movie?
Yeah. And I said it earlier, Tilly's Punctured Romance.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know this, Chaplin was an avid tennis fan, and here's a cool little tidbit. Charlie Chaplin played tennis. This is when Charlie Chaplin's a lot older with Groucho Marx. And actually, while playing tennis, Marx was telling the story. I saw once that he told Marx that he really respected Marx, and this is before Chaplin started speaking in movies, and said that he was very impressed with how Marx spoke in movies, and said he didn't know if he could do it. And Marx said that, and I'm probably butchering the quote, but Marx left there like, man, this guy's just a guy I look up to, telling me I'm doing something he can't do. I thought he was crazy.
He also played tennis with Mickey Rooney, believe it or not.
Who ran over your foot once, didn't he?
He ran over my foot. That's a story for another day. But,
that was a true story, folks.
This boarding house is funny. It makes me think of the one in Forrest Gump. Where Elvis stayed. I wonder if it's the same one. I wonder if Forrest Gump got anything from Chaplin when he stayed over at the boarding house.
Here's the guy with the mustache.
There's a lot of similarities. A park, a policeman, and a pretty girl.
Chaplin said it's all you needed to make a good comedy.
You know, filming in a park was free, so it became the basis of a lot of these films. Haven't seen a policeman show up yet, but I'm sure there's one close by.
Maybe Chester Conklin will come back around.
Hey, you guys need me today? I'm already dressed up. Yeah.
Hey,
So
guys.
So far, every movie that Chester Conklin's been in, he's already been a policeman. Even when there was no need for a policeman in the scene, he was just there.
That guy's wearing the original skinny jeans. You know,
He got him at Express.
I know people that dress like that now and they think they're original.
Hey, I really like those jeans. You must have seen that guy in the Charlie Chaplin movie wearing them, and it inspired you to go to Express and pick up a pair. Oh,
Look at this kid. He's videotaping it. He's making a YouTube video. That's Steven Spielberg. We all know he's that old.
Steven Spielberg's great-great-grandfather, yeah. This is the original paparazzi. It's going on TMZ.
Perez Hilton.
This guy's mustache is too much.
Reminds me of Roseanne and John Goodman. Here we are back in the house. Chaplin, the gentleman tramp.
I'm not sure he's much of a gentleman in this film.
Looks like a penguin. It looks like the penguin from Batman. I wonder if what's the
actually the penguin was Bob Kane got the idea for the penguin off of an old cigarette logo. They had a penguin dressed in tails and a top hat and smoking a cigar, and he saw that in the back of a magazine. That was actually the inspiration for the penguin, believe it or not. You learn everything in these commentaries about Chaplin.
Chaplin dancing. Who was it that said that Chaplin was the world's greatest? Was it
W.C. Fields.
The world's greatest ballerina. Ballet dancer.
Ballet dancer. This kid's taking pictures of everybody here.
It's the beginning of reality TV. Here's Chaplin getting drunk.
This is something you don't see too often.
Or too often.
Well, what's funny is in real life, Chaplin didn't drink. I mean, he may have had a drink or two every now and then, but his father died of alcohol poisoning. So,
which I wonder if him making fun of or playing an alcoholic in the movies in some way is dealing or.
I'm sure, because even on the stage he played a drunk. That was like his big claim to fame, and that's actually when Mabel Normand and Max Sennett discovered him on the stage. They discovered him playing an older drunk man. So, it's very possible.
Which again, even though the Chaplin film that starred Robert Downey Jr. have a lot of embellished stories, they do make allusion to that in the beginning of the film, and Chaplin in the movie when he auditions for the part plays a drunk old man, tripping and falling and
definitely.
Here he doesn't know what to do here. Again, another staircase set you see a lot of his films. It looks like he's stealing the pie and the beer. Looks almost annoyed with her.
This reminds me of The Adventurer too, hiding the fact that he's stolen or taking things.
Uh-oh.
It's the original American Pie.
Yeah, we won't go there. There's some music in this.
Yeah, the music on the performed by different people, different orchestras, different piano players for each film, but they're all perfect for the film.
Oh, here we are.
That's the guy from
Titanic? Is that Leonardo DiCaprio?
Leonardo DiCaprio. That's the guy from Mabel's Strange Predicament. I almost called him Hank McCoy. No, that's Beast from the X-Men movies. That's Henry McCoy. But in Mabel's Strange Predicament, I'm pretty sure he had a mustache.
Nigel, that was the real McCoy.
The real McCoys.
Here we are. Chaplin's feeling frisky.
This lady's hair. She's got a weave on top there.
Some people disagree with me, but I always feel like Chaplin, every time I look, especially this film, he just looks so much like Edgar Allan Poe. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, I can see that.
What's that point up
I think Poe's looks a little more disheveled than Chaplin, even as.
That's how he's tricking her up. He's reading her Edgar Allan Poe poetry, which I don't think would win the affection of any woman. But here's that boy again.
Did that kid make that camera himself?
Look at
this ape man.
The Charles Bronson looking guy.
Gorilla. This kid's just having the time of his life.
Here we go.
This is really interesting to see this slideshow type. This is a special effect.
It's 1914's version of a movie night.
Somebody's in trouble.
Oh!
It's Aunt B back there.
Who put that on camera? I ain't got time for that, child, please. I'll look at it. That's a nice pic.
Yeah.
That'd make it for a good plate. Oh, look at Chaplin.
Charlie always finds himself in these situations.
This kid is like...
This kid's screwing everybody over. The original, the original Perez Hilton.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Hey, now have you guys noticed here? These have all thus far been movie sets. They haven't been used in the public. They haven't been out in out in the middle of the street or using random people. They're starting to use more movie sets here, which is also at the same time that Chaplin is beginning to take a little more control of his films.
Even if he's not credited as so, I'm sure he is. Look at that globe up there. Wonder how inaccurate that probably is today. Okay, a giant knife. That's always a nice addition to.
Didn't they still think the world was flat back then? Of course he has to fall. It's not complete without a fall. Oh, here's the.
Opie Taylor getting in trouble.
Bad memories.
Oh, you wouldn't be allowed to show that in a film now.
No, your parents are not allowed to spank their kid.
You're not allowed to spank their kid anymore. Yeah.
That's what's wrong with society. That's how you get people like Perez Hilton.
Whoa, that chair, whoa.
Whoa, that was a WWE 1914. Here's the Giant versus Rey Mysterio.
The Tombstone Pile Driver. Dude, I wonder if Vince McMahon saw this film and he was like, listen.
That might be Vince McMahon being spanked there.
Whoa. That didn't look very good. And that's all it is.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
The inspiration for the WWE.